Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our second semifinal. I'm LD. I'm still joined here by Winter. Sorry about the internet hiccup, but we're back underway. We've made it into the draft, and our second series has begun as we get ready for it. Let's quickly look at the bracket. It's Golden Boys taking on Ninjas in Pajamas. Waiting in the grand finals are the 5 boys that just got done taking down 4 Clovers. And with that, we'll go ahead and officially make our way into the draft. Teams are actually taking their time with this one a little bit, Winter.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, definitely taking your time, but it's not something that's uncommon now. I think after 3 days, I've seen every team basically not pick Gyro in the first hand. But there's still Lina though. Lina is still available in the pool. Kind of surprised that NiP actually not grabbing that hero over the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, first overall pick, crop, not very common. Bounty Hunter Lina could be the reply here. That's a pretty strong opening.
Remaining.
Or Bounty Hunter, or Earthshaker Lina as well.
5 seconds remaining.
I still prefer Bounty plus Lina.
Is there any reason not to go for that? It just seems like such a solid opening.
Yeah, I think most of the situations you want to go for the Bounty plus Lina. I'm not sure if there's a better one, but you just maybe have something else that you're more
Dire
comfortable
team
with.
pick.
No, they do get the Shaker, so part 1.
Shaker plus Lina, I guess.
Seems crazy not to go for it.
Might be Shaker plus Gyro though. That's still possible. Okay,
Oh,
maybe not.
Interesting.
Radiant
All right,
team
they're gonna grab the PL here rather early.
This hero has also been given a lot of priority. In the last series, it was either first phase pick, first phase ban. I think in the other games as well, in the Alienware series, we saw most of the teams play this hero.
Yeah, I guess with the Earthshaker pick, you kind of protect the PL a little bit here, is the nice thing.
10 seconds
Still,
remaining.
interesting to see them let the other options slip through their fingers.
5 seconds
Well,
remaining.
what do NiP want now? They have the Quap. Do they take the bounty? Do you think there's something better for them?
Reserve time.
Okay.
Wow.
Radiant team
You
back.
really don't see, like, especially a core like AM getting picked first phase very often.
I think it's fine if they showed PL. You don't want to pick it if the
Dire
opponent hasn't
team
shown
back.
anything. But with the PL, it makes the AM much more, reasonable in the early phase. Because we've seen most of the teams that pick PL in the first phase, they ban anti-mage in the second phase. Because AM can deal with PL, and they want the PL to
10
be
seconds
the strongest
remaining.
hero in the field, right? You don't have anyone that can go much later than the PL, but with the
5
AM,
seconds
it
remaining.
removes some of the advantage that you have when you have the PL, the pressure advantage. You force the opponent to always
Radiant
be
team
on the
back.
side that needs to pressure because you have PL. But with the AM, the opponent can take the game at the same pace as you.
And now into the band. So we'll see the Disruptor band out, one of the better heroes at catching the AM and the Quap. And yeah, when we see the AM, I feel like it usually is with at least one other jumper. You know, whether it's a Queen of Pain or sometimes even a
5
Storm,
seconds
some
remaining.
mobile hero that can really play the spread offense effectively.
Reserve
So that
time.
does make sense. And it will be Golden Boys banning out the Legion Commander, interestingly enough.
I still think Lina is a hero that either team can get, and it's really good against AM. And even if NiP want to pick it, they can still fit the Lina into a support position. But yeah, they're not
Dire team back.
gonna want to pick it anymore since they have the Queen, more or less, and they want to remove the Lina from being a threat against the anti-mage in the game.
So they banned Legion. Now, I mean, versus NiP, I feel like Axe is the hero they're
yeah.
much more likely to go for. Jonas Umfan really plays a strong Axe.
He loves that hero.
5
Yeah,
seconds
he's one of the
remaining.
players that really loves playing Axe. I think in the current meta, not many players like to play Axe, but he's
Reserve
one of
time.
those.
Yeah.
I guess the Legion is one of the better heroes to deal with PL, and Jonas, he does like to play like Legion as well. It's very similar to Axe, and Legion deals with illusions much better than Axe.
Yeah, can struggle a little bit more in the off lane, though, through the first, like, 10 minutes or
true.
so.
Both of the heroes do need, some sort of
Dire
protection,
team pick.
like a
But
dual
when
lane.
they go Axe, they normally get, like, a Dazzle, someone, like, a strong
Witch
support
Doctor.
to lane with them. Yeah, Witch Doctor as well.
So right now they are going for their off laner. Darkseer against AM is generally not not like what you expect from Darkseer when he's against a melee. Anti-Mage is one of the few melees that can actually deal with Darkseer. Maybe they just want a combination of spells with the Fissure. Again, like we saw in the first game of the last series,
10
we saw
seconds
Vacuum plus
remaining.
Impale work very well. Vacuum plus Fissure is much
5
easier
seconds
than Vacuum
remaining.
plus Impale, honestly.
What does they want? He does
Reserve
definitely need
time.
some lockdown here for NiP. Maybe not this pick, but well, Coddle. That's not what I expected. So
Team pick.
they have a good wave clear now, but still a 0 reliable stun lineup through 3 picks. And Storm will be the
Aw.
punishment for that.
Radiant team pick.
I have a feeling that the Kotal might be. They want to set up a dual lane to pressure the PR because you have, the thing with revealing Earthshaker and Darkseer, it means the Earthshaker is a support, right? So your lanes are going to be lacking range heroes and your lanes are sort of a bit weaker because of that. So NiP will probably be planning to do some dual lanes. Kotal, even with Queen, I think it's fine to pressure the PR. Kotal plus Queen is a
10
definitely
seconds
good lane
remaining.
against the PR plus whatever. No matter what you take, I think the PR will struggle against those
5
two.
seconds remaining.
And Anti-Mage does pretty well against Darkseer, like you mentioned. So
Yeah,
the
I
lanes
think
could be
they-
strong here for NiP.
Reserve time.
They can afford to just leave the AM. Maybe you give him 1 minute of protection, okay, the first minute or the first 2 minutes, then you can leave. But I don't even think AM needs much of a protection against Darkseer.
He just
AM
needs a
usually
little
is
extra
fine.
regen, honestly. That seems like the main thing.
Yeah, you get the ring of health and the ring of regen. You get both the rings, then you are Gucci in the lane, and your supports can actually help pressure. I think it's important for them to pressure the Storm and the PR. This is the most important things they need to do with their lineup right now. You shut down these two heroes, AM does. I think AM will do well against Darkseer. So essentially, you're gonna win all the lanes, and you're gonna be able to snowball the the game from just by beating all of Golden Boy's lanes, because they are definitely very greedy with their heroes right now, having the Storm plus the PR.
And they go into a clockwork. So
This is the dual lane, the Keeper plus the Clock dual lane. I think we've seen this before from NiP. I remember catching them in a few games, I'm not sure what tournament, but they definitely used the Counter plus Clockwork to great success. And the other team that I remember used this quite a lot was the old
10
Team Secret as well.
seconds remaining.
yeah, they used to run a lot of the Coddle, and they would often get
5
away with
seconds
not even
remaining.
aggressive dual lanes, but just like free farming the jungle kind of lanes.
Reserve time.
This game, I think it's very high chance that it's pressure lane with the Clockwork, because I think that's the way to deal with what Golden Boys have. I think if you take a trade off, you farm the Cotter, it's just not so good because they have Storm plus PL. They get, if you both free farm, and Clock alone is not going to be able to pressure the PL plus one support too much. So I think the trade off is not as good as what Golden Boys are actually getting. So I think if I'm in NiP's position, the more effective way to play is to try to pressure, I think, the PL instead of trying to, I'm farming my Cotter and you're farming your PL and I'm happy with it. I don't think they'll be doing that. I think they'll be trying to pressure the PL with the Clock, because you're versing a melee hero with one of their supports being melee already. So I think there's a very high chance that NiP will actually be much more comfortable pressuring the PL.
Ban number 5 here. NiP needing that second support. The Golden Boys needing theirs as well. So it'll be a Witch Doctor ban out. Strong range
Radiant
support
team
for the
ban.
Golden Boys.
Yeah.
Now NiP, who do they want to remove?
They should ban a support that's really good with the lane as well, like with PL. Let's see what is left.
Shadow
It's kinda
Demon?
tough though. Not sure about Shadow Demon
10
though.
seconds
Then they have
remaining.
really shitty support. Shadow Demon plus Shaker is not very good.
5 seconds
They probably
remaining.
need like something like a Skyraf or CM.
Reserve time.
Ban
Oh,
the
they ban. Oh
Dazzle.
yeah, the Dazzle plus
Dire
Dazzle
team
plus yeah.
There's
I don't know why
Rubik
this
still
thing-
available. There's
Dazzle plus PL is the strongest, so they don't have that. So they're still Rubik. Rubik is not so strong, but it's quite okay. They have Blink and they have Lift against the Clockwork Cogs, so that could be useful for them. But it still doesn't make their lane very very tough to handle. I still think if you go Rubik plus PL,
How about a
Coddle
Silencer
seconds
this
remaining.
game?
Silencer could actually work because
5
you have Storm, but
seconds
it's
remaining.
quite greedy though.
All right, so they get someone who's a little bit
Radiant
stronger in the
team
lane,
pick.
the Bane. Very tanky as well.
And they have a lockdown against they have a lockdown against Queen of Pain, so NiP would actually be the ones that are actually picking up the Scarf. and it usually means a lot of aggression when you pick a Skyroth against this sort of lineup. And I think they have the right heroes to actually use the fact that Skyroth can actually roam early. They have Queen mid, which would allow the
Interesting here with the Skywrath. So it's now going to be a. Uh-oh. Did Dota freeze? I think my Dota crashed.
Skyroth to actually roll for NiP. So NiP's early game is looking really, really solid.
Did you get booted from the
Dota
server, or is
crash.
that just me?
I am still in the game, but I see someone else disconnecting. Just
Okay, I'm
another
back.
broadcaster. I think it's only you and the other guy.
Okay.
Welcome back, Mr. LD. Back
Alright.
into the game 1 of NiP versus Golden Boys.
Prepare
By the
for
way,
battle.
Winter, I was talking with Matt about this. We've seen this more from the European teams lately. They'll TP on mid, and then they'll run up the ramp so that if the support TPs to the safe lane tower to stop
yeah,
you
yeah.
from warding, he doesn't know that you still got the ward down.
So this is like something very common now. I think this is the first time I see this.
I wouldn't say it's very common, but it's more common now in Europe, at least in Europe, it seems. Very interesting. So, okay, let's introduce the teams. Like you said, NiP taking on the Golden Boys. We've got Jonas Fan as the Clockwork. Seal Kid here, going to be playing the Keeper of the Light. Handskin on the Skywrath Mage. It's Limp taking the Queen of Pain into his capable hands, and that leaves Era on the Anti-Mage. As for the Golden Boys, we've got Lucy, your Storm Spirit S224J on the Bane. Madara, the Phantom Lancer, maybe
30
next time the
seconds to
Earthshaker.
battle.
And Skylark XZ, the Darkseer.
Do this team have an old name? I only recognize like Madara. I remember seeing this name.
I'm not sure how many of them are from the Old London Conspiracy. I know Madara is, but I'm actually not 100% sure.
Okay, it's alright. First bounty room fight.
Oh, here comes
Also,
that
it's
level
gonna
1
give them-
Illuminate. It's going to do some good damage to Lucy. Fissure does come out, though. They continue to nuke the Storm Spirit as Jonas Fan runs in. Bounty runes going out like crazy. There's a big cog, catching one, pushing two back, and a follow-up Illuminate gets them the first blood. Storm down already. Hanskin now on the retreat out, but will salve up. He's got the move speed. He will make it away. Safe and sound. And a lot of damage done. Keeper of the Light already showcasing his ability.
Sort of like more or less even though. Maybe Golden Boys actually came out on top. They got both the bounty runes, even though they gave up the first blood. This lane is gonna be tough for the top work. Sorry, not the top, but the PL. He's forced to get even level 1 Doppelganger. So he's not gonna be able to harass the Clockwork, and he's gonna be the one taking a lot of harass from the Kotal plus Clockwork.
Alright, sorry about the stream going down for a second there, guys. Looks like it is back up. Hopefully it stays that way. So, I guess our internet is still having the case of the hiccups. But yeah, Limp early on, taking some harass here from Lucy. 3 and 2 so far. So we're going to see pretty standard 1v1 matchup mid, but there's always that X factor of the Earthshaker. Currently, he will be scouted moving in. They do have the ward.
It's not going to be easy for the Shaker to gank the Storm Lane though early. I think he's just going to be focusing on keeping the Storm alive. If the Queen actually jumps in and making sure that he gets the stacks going on for the Storm. I don't think it's easy for the Storm to get any kills unless the Queen makes a mistake in this lane.
Skylark taking some harass. Here's the Anti-Mage will blink in, forcing out the Surge. And Winter, they've missed twice here with the Sentries. This is the power of that TP ward.
But this is actually a bit off, you know. I think this ward should mostly take care of this position where it blocks. If this is the magic bush, right? It blocks 2 at once.
Yeah.
The sentry ward at the top side, I think this one should be a bit more to the left. He's placed
Like
it
over more
very-
like here, you're saying?
yeah, very slight misplacement. You should place it more towards the middle. But I don't think it's going to affect them too much because Skyroth is not a support that you want to pull too much with. You just want to get level 2, maybe level 3, and you're just going to be very active in the map. So I don't think it's a huge hindrance for the Skyroth.
This PL is taking a pounding here early on, man. Salving up already. The Rocket's cooling down, but you mentioned it. The Keeper of the Light just shut down the PL's farm, and he is under a lot of pressure. Meanwhile, Era just having a free farm lane is going after Skylark here in the trees.
I think the clock might actually even go for more rocket flare in this lane. Yeah, he's going to go for a second point in rocket flare because He has so much mana
Radiant's
from
bottom
the
tower
quarter.
is under
This is the
attack.
build that would actually maximize their harass on the lane. PL at this point, he has 700 gold. I expect him to get a bottle right off the bat with this money he has. He just needs way too much regen for the lane. But his Storm is actually bottle crowing, so he probably needs to wait a while.
Sealkid now looking at the neutral stacks, trying to steal the big creep, and he's gonna get it, and also hits Madara. This is a sad Phantom Lancer. All that's left for him are the skeletons. So the early lanes here looking quite promising for the Ninjas in Pajamas with the first blood, as well as the lane superiority. They're already up 1,000 gold and experience, Winter.
Yeah, this is just based on the lineup they have. They drafted themselves into a situation that would allow them to take advantage of what Golden Boys picked. Their lanes are not as strong as theirs, and they are pressuring the lanes. And the Scaraf so far is just still making sure that the AM is going to be able to get all his CS, but I'm not sure that the AM needs so much help though. I personally feel that AM doesn't need too much of a help against Darkseer.
Yeah, I feel like Black's the player that's really shown that time and again.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was thinking about that as well.
And he also talks
burning.
about it a lot is the other thing.
Yeah, burning as well. They always show that AM versus Darkseer is an easy lane for AM.
So maybe next time take over this mid lane for a bit while they bring Storm to the jungle. Very standard Storm things. But they're still CSing okay. All things considered, a bit behind the Queen of Pain. At least getting that experience for the support.
Dire's middle tower is
We'll
under
clear
attack.
out the jungle stacks a bit now. And I guess the question is, how do they break these lanes down, Winter? Because it doesn't seem like they're really maximizing their value out of the early stages here.
That's why I feel like the Scarab should be in another place rather than bottom. What he's doing right now is just limiting what Darkseer is getting from the lane. But honestly, even by not being here, I think the AM is fine. The trade-off would be Darkseer getting more experience and farm in the lane, I think, which is fine. But the Scarab will be accomplishing more by pressuring the other two lanes, I feel. They need to somehow make sure that they get kills on the other lanes, I think. Which is more important than totally shutting down the Darkseer. Obviously the Darkseer is having a very bad time now because the Scarab is here. But I think the trade-off that they are getting is much better because Storm is jungling right now. If Scarab is on the other side of the map, he's not going to be allowing the Storm to jungle like this. So I feel like the trade-off that they are getting now is not so good. I think shutting down the Storm or even the PL more is much more valuable.
And he
than shutting
can't pull because of that ward, so
Yeah. But the pull is not the biggest issue though, I feel. It's just about who the Skyrath is choosing to shut down. This is the more important question.
both teams realizing that there are wards here. Bane will commit a tango. And now they get the sleep off onto Sealkid. Brainset coming through as well. They'll have the Lance. They can probably kill this Keeper if he's not careful. As the Salve, Quap's going to rotate in. Madara already used his Doppelganger, and that means Limp has no hesitation. And chucking out the Sonic Wave, getting the kill on the PL. Just took them too long to chase that Keeper of the Light.
That was a really good rotation from the Queen, having that early TP with the Sonic Wave. Having the Queen always gives the team so much benefit when the enemy is taking a fight on the side lanes and you're fighting near a tower. Queen can just TP in with a long range blink and change the tides of the fight there. So getting a very crucial kill on the PL at that point of time.
Everything looking hunky-dory now.
Yeah, right now I still feel like the Scaraf should start moving to help the other lanes. I'm not sure if he's staying at the bottom lane to protect the AM for such a long period of time. But whether the AM needs it or not, it's another question. So I'm actually going to see what he does in the next couple of minutes. Because now, since the AM already purchased the double ring, Ring of Health and Ring of Regen, he doesn't need much anymore in the lane from the Scaraf.
Yeah, and shells keep on coming, but with the spell shield, with the regen, he can tank this a bit. They're going to set up top again. Fissure comes through, connects on two. Not a full block, though. Sealkid can skirt around this. In goes the rocket, and again Limp's ready with the rotation. He's not going to let them dive his Gandalf for free. And the Bane will be the trade. And they also get a D-ward out of this. So that's another Dire Observer deleted from the map, and I don't think they can buy any here. Some cooling down now, but they've lost 2 Observers.
2 wards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they just have a new pack.
That is actually very troublesome and problematic for them. Because they need to see where the Scaraf and Clock is moving to gank. Right now the Clock has level 6. But good news for them, Storm is already level 7, so he's not afraid of that.
Uh-oh, they have a point in the silence, though. He might be in trouble here. Trapped up by the hook shot. A couple more nukes would do the trick, but he just falls out of time.
Oh,
Lucy.
that was close.
Lucy. Every little bit of HP.
Even with 2 points in silence, there wasn't enough for them to kill.
Oh, there's Mana Void. Arrow is very close to getting this kill. Actually, very close to dying. His S224J rotates in, and his own illusion works against him. Nice rotation by the Bane, and a desperately needed kill. As Anti-Mage was 20 CS up on the PL, but this will slow him down.
Yeah, like you mentioned, a really good rotation, and he's gonna be able to, on top of that, place a deep ward into the enemy jungle, which is gonna give them a lot of information on where the AM is farming. So they will allow the Storm. This ward could actually allow the Storm to pick off the AM in the future when he's actually jungling. So this is really important for them to get this ward down.
Limp has his ult again. He did use his TP to go mid, so now maybe is the time where they could look to get aggressive here. Up on the top lane. Knowing his rotation won't be as easy, but just the PL left there for now.
He can actually smoke. I think the Queen can actually push one wave and just go back and smoke with the Skyrath to go for the PL once more.
Do you think they'd need to gank him again, or where would you like to see the Queen going?
I think the next objective is the same as what Golden Boys did. They need to place a ward in the opposing jungle. So when you need to place that deep ward, you want to smoke to do it. So the most ideal situation would always be you smoke, you get a kill, and you place a ward. That is like the dream, you know. So
yeah, get the kill, get the ward, and then set up for your next kill as well.
Yeah, the biggest teammate he could bring is the Quad with the ultimate. So I think that is the person that he would look to smoke with the most.
And Skin, he got caught by the sleep here, and now the Ion Shell begins to burn him. Ring around the Rosie, but a Brain Sap makes this easy. A very matter-of-fact kill secured. Clock will rotate in, has the hook available. Can try to turn this one, and is just waiting. Jonas some fun.
He knows the hook is coming.
Skylark desperately trying to juke it, but this allows Jonas some fun to get nice and close. He pushes him back with the cogs. He wanted to save the hook and get the free kill. He ends up getting nothing.
And he also realized that the Darkseid is trying to juke him because he sees him. So he wasn't confident of throwing out his hook there. Yeah, but I think I agree with you. I think he should have probably tried earlier. There was a better chance to hit when he was coming in from the trees when the Darkseid was still haven't see him. Once the Darkseid saw the Cloudwell, I think it's gonna be difficult for him to hook him from that position.
Just one of those moments where, you know, it's like a Lina not wanting to use, well, maybe like a Lion not wanting to use his finger, where, you know, you think you can get the kill anyway, and then sometimes that hero gets away. But
I think he wasn't probably not trying to save it though. He was just not confident though. I feel that he was just not confident to throw out that hook, and he didn't want to waste it. So at the end of the day, he just didn't use it. But right now the smoke comes, but the Scarab already placed the ward at the bottom lane, so he's not going to be able to place any wards here.
yeah, that's a storm down.
Yeah, but ideally you want to place a ward with this gank, you know. That is the most ideal situation for them.
I don't have any wards right now. Any available in the
because
shop?
the Scarab placed the ward he had at the bottom lane, so it would give the anti-mage much more protection. So right now, the opposing team immediately drops 2 sentries, anticipating that NiP had actually dropped the wards down, but they actually didn't.
The next level 0 ward, forcing out 2 sentry plays.
I mean, it's just everyone does it, so you kind of expect it to happen when they do a smoke like this.
And they smoke, so you don't have time to like check their inventory. You just
Yeah,
immediately are
and
trying to react to the
storm-
gank.
Because the storm died, and you remember where he died? He died around the trees, the area here. So he kind of like felt like, oh, maybe they just had vision, so he told his team to place sentries around the area.
Well, now I guess he'll feel safe at least. That's something.
Well, I don't think he will feel safe though. He might actually still think that maybe there's a ward, but my team didn't find the ward.
That's what I was talking about with Mad yesterday. It's like if you sentry and you don't see a ward, you can't assume that there's no ward. But if you get the D ward, then you know you're safe.
So until you actually get the D ward, you never know if you're actually truly safe or not. It's kind of like a mental thing, you know. It's always at the back of your mind. The enemy might actually be scouting me when I'm doing this.
I'm trying to catch out Handskin here. Invis Shaker with an Ion Shell. But it
Top
seemed-
lane.
I think they saw him cast the Iron Shell. And, oh, while that was happening, Jonas Fan gets picked off.
Oh, I thought you were watching Thor. I should have warned you. I was watching the smoke all the way.
I'm watching
My
these
bad.
shenanigans bottom. Maybe next time. Trying to run. Concussive shot's going to find him here. Then the silence comes out, and Eric can commit on this a bit further. He doesn't really have the Mana Void kill. The mech already up. Ooh, that's nice and early, but Quap's going to arrive now. Echo! Oh, the sleep! Protecting Limp and making it easy. Can't even get off the fissure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So 1 for 1 around the map. A clockwork for a shaker.
Yeah, the Clockwork really wants to. I think at this point you want to find kills though, and there's 3 heroes that you can kill: the Bane, the Shaker, and the Darkseer. I think the biggest kill is to get the Darkseer repeatedly, so the AM can actually focus on farming. Maybe he should not show himself on the map when he wants to gank. I think if he keeps showing himself on the map, it would actually open for the Storm to actually try and make a gank on this Clockwork. They're actually going to chase the PL out of the lane.
They are chasing
Wow, they're
quite
going-
aggressively.
they're
Hook
going
is
in.
available here, but Madara, though, has the Doppelganger. They force it out. This could be where they go for the complete dive. Madara deeper into the trees. Everybody rotating. They're committing for this one. Out goes the Queen of Pay. Don't scream. Will get the kill. Limp downs the PL once more. Anti-Mage free-forming all the while. His hand skill will TP home. Jonas Fan has a hook away to freedom. Does he have the angle? Nobody in position.
Gonna
Dropping the
recall
cogs.
him.
They're trying to recall him back. Somebody damage this man. Gandalf, come to me. I've got you, buddy.
That was a big save there from Gandalf the Grey.
Oh,
making
and he's
sure
got
that
vision
Frodo-
on the shaker. He still has the hook shot. Could consider this.
Huh. He's really playing very conservative, but he doesn't want to give away like one for one trade. He wants to get a very clean kill.
Dire's bottom
So he's
tower
actually
is under
being very
attack.
patient with his hook there, even though he saw the shaker.
And now Limp builds towards an Orchid. He is up there in terms of net worth. The Storm going Bloodstone. So no Orchid early for him. This is going to give the Anti-Mage a happy game. He will smoke Winter.
And he will take the fun out of your game. I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, they picked into Storm after
Dire's
seeing the
top
Anti-Mage,
tower
so it
is
was
under
definitely going to be a
attack.
risky pick.
Dire's structures
So let's see if
are
they can make it work.
fortified.
Era
Yeah, really
sensing-
close to the AM. Oh, he knows.
Yeah,
He actually
let's-
sensed the...
Radiant
I mean, this is
structures
just
are
a very
fortified.
classic type of play, right? When the team is not defending their top lane, they have a deep ward behind the lane so they don't see any heroes top. So when the opposing team is not defending, the Dire team especially is not defending their tier 1 at the safe lane, it's either they're doing rush or they are running inside, smoke inside your own jungle. So very good game sense from Era there.
The pressure just keeps on coming. Rockets into the enemy woods. Blade Mail well underway for Jonas Fan. He's getting the farm.
Dire's
Madara
top
just
tower is under attack.
desperate to pick up some basic items here. Drums finally coming out at 16 minutes. It doesn't even have the upgraded boots yet. Whatever he can build now, that's the goal. S224J getting off that initial sleep, but there's a hook shot available. Can go in on this one, and he will. He hooks into the fissure and over the top while Storm finding a kill over towards the top side of the map. Jonas Fan in deep and now getting grip for his trouble. Keeping away. Oh, Anti-Mage arriving as well. Mana Void there to cancel the grip and to get them the next kill. They might get maybe next time as well. Arrow with the body block attempt. Just need this battery assault to start ticking, and Peel arrives. A wild miss on the Mystic Flare from Onskin, but that's okay. Queen of Pain to turn it. Madara has one Doppelganger blink. He's going to need to use it. Got to get up the hill to be safe. No, maybe not. Reinforcements arriving. It's kind of like it's pushed back by the cogs. Mana Void already committed for this. They don't have the Quap ult, so NiP will stagger their retreat. And the fight will finally end.
So in the end, it was 2 supports for 2 supports, and I think you're actually much more happy if you're Golden Boys right now because you have the lineup that is much more greedier. So taking a fair trade here while you're behind is what you want right now. As long as you're not taking negative trades. Going even on trades right now when you're behind is fine.
Storm continues to work towards that Bloodstone. They've got 3 cores farming well. Same for NiP. The big difference here, Winter, looks to be the supports. As you've got the Keeper of the Light up at 3,500 right now with a pretty substantial lead early on.
This bot again from NiP. Hanskin just came all the way to bottom lane to place his bot.
I'm surprised that, because they used this a lot yesterday versus, who was it? Was it Vega?
Dire's
No, it was,
top
was
tower
it
is under
Empire?
attack.
Higher?
I think it was Empire, yeah.
Dire's top tower
Oh, but it was Power Rangers. It was Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, Power Rangers.
But they used it like like 4 or 5 times over 2 games. I
And
guess
bottom
GB
lane,
haven't had a chance to watch the replays.
they're trying to go for Hanskin, and
He's got his
Hanskin's-
ultimate. If S224J gets into a bad position here, this could actually get him killed. Reinforcements
Oh.
are coming in.
They need to bring the clockwork down here. Yeah, Koto is already summoned him.
Battle Fury's now ready, and they get the hook, finding S224J. There's the Mystic Flare combo they've been looking for. Down goes the Bane.
It wasn't the biggest high priority kill they get though. Losing a support, and the Storm is still farming. The Storm and PL and Darkseid, everyone is still farming. Okay, maybe the PL not farming now, but the other 2 lanes are still pushing. So it's very minimal casualties for what they are getting, the space they are getting.
I am curious to see how much this Queen of Pain gets done. Has the Orchid now pretty decent timing, 19 minutes, considering how active Limp has been, 4-0 and 3. Is he going to be able to take over the game and really open up the map? That's the question for me, Winter.
The Shaker has to read her movements and be there to actually build his team out. And I think once PL sees this, he's gonna decide to use his goal to build a diffuser immediately.
The smoke breaks now. 4 heroes moving into position. Hanskin TPing away. Looks like he'll make it out. Dire Vision was towards the left side, but the hero that broke the smoke towards the right. Unfortunate miss there. And everybody sees it. Backing away up to the high ground. The safety of the cliff keeping them.
Do they actually have eyes on the queen when she bought her orchid? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. Do they know of the orchid?
I'm not sure. I want to say she pushed the top lane, but maybe she didn't.
This could be dangerous if they have no idea that the queen has orchid.
And maybe
Storm
next
has-
time is taking a lot of damage. There's the hook. It's on 2. Catches them out in the cogs. Immediate Mystic Flare Quap Bolt combo. And it's a Golden Boy sandwich served with a little bit of Mystic Flare to moisten it up. And now the chase. Quap has the ultimate. No ultimate. Or not the ultimate. The Orchid, rather. And we'll get the kill. There is an ultimate. It's the head teammate throwing out the Mana Void. All kinds of spells. Maybe the Courier even goes down to this. Ooh, 4 HP. 4 HP. 3 heroes down, including the PL.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't think they saw the Queen of Pain having orchid there. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have taken that fight. It was a really strong timing for NiP to take a fight with the orchid on the queen.
And they're, I mean, you're talking about a timing. They also have a Vlad's on Era.
Middle tower has fallen.
He's getting a ton of farm, and now they have some space to push in more. Can get more aggressive towards the enemy ancients, maybe even go into their jungle.
Yeah, and right now the Storm has to be always on, playing with fear when he doesn't see the queen on the lane. This is gonna add a lot of pressure to him since they are gonna struggle to. Their heroes all need the jungle, right? If you don't see the queen, you want a jungle, but then you have Darkseid, then you have PL. Everyone needs a piece of the jungle, and it becomes unbalanced. Everyone needs farm and everyone needs items. Their lineup doesn't have like that one hero that can sacrifice. Whereas if you look at NiP, they have 2 heroes that basically don't need farm, the Skyraf and the Clock. They can always be rotating together to find kills and giving pressure. The Queen at this state wants to stay off the map as well, because you have the orchid, you're going to be able to pressure. So AM is, in that regard, he's going to be able to farm every lane and all the jungle. So AM will have a lot of space compared to the PL.
And as far as the PL goes, Madara saving his gold now, up to 1700. Another smoke coming out from the Golden Boys. They have no smokes for 10 minutes in the shop.
This has
and
to
I
work for
believe
them.
none in the stash. This is a very long time to go without the vision. And all they find is Hanskin. Anti-Mage has already blinked away. Well, they'll get the Skywrath, but 10 minutes with no smoke now.
I would say that's sort of a bit worth it if the Bloodstone is already on Storm, but getting a Skyraf there is not
They're
enough.
still coming, though. Arrows, playing with dangerously there mid lane.
I'm not sure if that was worth it or not though, getting just the lone Skyraf kill. And right now, like you mentioned, they won't be having smokes for the next 10 minutes, and because NiP is having superior map control, so you don't know where the wards of NiP are, and without having smokes, you're not going to be able to be confident running around and trying to make ganks happen unless you get a gem. Because usually when you don't have smokes, you want to have a gem, but because they are losing, they can't get the gem, and you can't play with smoke, so you never know whether your gang is being spotted or not. Because these are the things that are really important when you're making a gank in this type of game. Either you have a gem or you have a smoke. if you don't have those two, you can't really make any plays.
A pause as the clockwork of Yonasom Fan will disconnect. You know, I hope
Yeah,
I hope
I think
Valve
we
fixes
didn't.
the name coloring soon. It's kind of confusing still. Oh wait,
Oh yeah,
pause.
they keep changing colors after they disconnect, right?
Yeah, and like Hanskin is yellow right now.
No reconnect button.
He's gold, even though he's purple. Bane is pink.
Hey wait, dude, they say there's no reconnect button
Uh-oh.
in Reborn. I have not played a lobby game.
I think it's in the bottom right. Yeah. Uh-oh. Time to test the reload functionality?
I thought they said that you can't reload in Reborn. I saw the
Oh
conversation
dear.
they were talking
Let's
about
hope our
like
fearless admin is here.
before the game
Oh,
started.
Steam is down. Steam is down.
Oh, okay.
Good
So
stuff. Good
we
stuff.
should be stuck here for quite some time, but I think we didn't give him enough credit, Jonas. The last fight, he got a hook shot into two heroes and he started the fight brilliantly for his team. So it was all the clockwork there in the last fight, even
We've
though
s-
he wasn't the one cleaning the kills.
We've seen some really good clock play today, Winter.
Oh yeah, the last game, mind control. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, for those just joining us, guys, this is game number 1 of a BO3 showdown. The winner is going to move on to face Fifth Jungs, the German Finstack, in the grand finals. $10,000 prize pool here. So that will be all today. We're going to wrap the cup up. Just a 3-day single limb affair, nice and quick. I always like these straightforward tournaments. Easier to follow. How's life, Winter?
Life is boring when there's no more TIs.
It's, you know, it's hard to get excited for the majors yet. I think they're still a little far off. We don't know any details. You know, we haven't seen a lot of the teams play yet. And even if we have seen them play, it's only online. So it's like the anticipation hasn't really started building, at least for me yet. But a month from now, I think we'll all be excited.
I guess people were really excited a few weeks ago when everyone is looking at who is in what team. But everything is settled now, so it gets less exciting.
We need more drama. Who's going to provide us our daily dose of drama now?
Maybe you should talk to Jackie Mao. He's gonna give you something interesting.
I don't know. He's been rather buttoned up lately, has he not? We haven't seen any blogs. We haven't seen as much chatter. I mean, a little Ask FM post here or there, but dare I say it, I think Jackie Mao is
Oh,
battening down the hatches.
I know what would actually make everything exciting, a new patch. Because everyone is just waiting for the new patch to come.
Tell me something that isn't obvious that you think will happen in the new patch. What's your speculation?
600 range Thunder.
600 range Thunder. What is it? Is it 250 now?
It used to be quite, I think it used to be, in Dota 1, it used to be like, further, I can't remember, maybe it's 400 or 500.
It is 325 now.
Yeah. It used to be longer back in the day, but yeah. Well, apparently we can't get a load as well. So what's going on? GG.
What is the appropriate emoticon for this moment? I think crying. Crying
No.
seems appropriate.
Fail fish. Oh, you mean in the game?
I can't. I have all these extra emoticon packs, but some of them I can't open because they're for the summit. And if you're an admin, you can't open the items if you have an admin ticket. Missing out on my God's Enchantress, my Merlini Zeus. We need to get you a winter emoticon in the game, buddy. What would you choose?
Bad Rider.
Maybe a Riki, because you're always in Viz here at the studio.
No, I'm gonna just choose Bat Rider so I can lasso you to Malaysia.
You're a jerk. I'm not sure what we do here. Just reborn things. You know, it's funny, Winter, you're going to come here, and it's actually going to be raining a lot because of El Nino.
What's that?
Normally, LA is very dry. It's a weather phenomenon. You haven't heard about El Nino?
No. I only heard of the haze that we have
This
here in
is
Malaysia.
going to be the strongest El Nino ever.
Is it safe at the house? That's all I need to know.
So, it's a natural phenomenon which occurs every 2 to 7 years and lasts between 6 and 18 months.
By the way, he's back in the game. I'm just giving you the heads up.
Oh, interesting. We might actually start soon. So basically what happens is the weather front that normally hits Central America, it gets like pushed up, I think because of a pressure system. So the result is that we get all the tropical rain here on the West Coast. But the soil in LA is not good. Well, in SoCal in general, not just LA. So it doesn't really, you know, we have a huge drought problem in California, but it doesn't actually absorb. It just results in mudslides. You have, it's like being a sailor at sea. You know, you're surrounded by ocean, but you can't drink any of the water. It's not safe, and we get all this rain, we can't use it.
Am I at risk of dying if I'm at the
Yes,
house?
you may die, is what I'm trying to warn you in a very roundabout way.
Alright, don't have to get me my tickets anymore, my friend. I'm done.
You're ditching? Are you a ditcher, Winter?
Even if you get me 10 times of insurance, I don't think I'll be coming to that.
Dear. Just kidding, it's wonderful this time of year. It's sunny, it's dry.
That's why I say I can't trust you.
You'll be
the
happy,
government.
my friend. You know,
By the
some
way-
fun may get scouted out here. Uh-oh.
Uh,
And they're recalling someone. They're bringing in Limp. They want to go here on the Storm Spirit. The hook's going to miss. They might be able to kill him anyway. No, if that hook hits, that's a kill. Instead, it's Yonasamfan trapped. In a lot of trouble. And gripped as well. And, yep, finished off the fissure. We'll clip on NiP, or on Limp as an addition. And Era gets joined in the fight. I'm not sure this is really where the anti-mage wants to be. He's going to wait for that Mono Void opening. Got to watch a hero drop low. Back wall comes out, and everybody tanking the damage. They'll be forced back by this. Now they go into the anti-mage here. Era pulled back in. He will go down. His own illusion turned against him. That was a very disorganized fight. Not sure how much the pause threw NiP off, but ended up giving up 3 big kills.
Cole missed the hook and he was the guy who disconnected, and he was the guy that was really frustrated. Game is tough for him right now. And that gave away so much for the enemy team. Right now, Golden Boys are very much back into the game after getting all that kills.
Radiant's top tower
Oh.
is under attack.
Limp
Radiant's top
trying for the
tower
kill
has
mid.
fallen.
Couldn't quite finish off. Maybe next time he did. Oh, he committed. Yeah, he committed everything he had. Not
His
enough.
name. Maybe next time you get the kill.
I figured he would get out, but he was actually very close to dying there. Rocket does CS224J. This time Yonasamfan connects. We'll find the support here. Battery assault, breaking the sleep, and oh, he does connect, but he doesn't get the kill. Rocket, he's got stick charges. He doesn't even need them. Now he'll pop them. So another missed
that was-
opportunity for NiP.
That was having a level 3 sleep saved him, because it lasted longer than the tower clock. Usually you see players, they would actually, a lot of players would actually prefer to get stats,
Radiant's
but
middle
in this
tower is
situation
under
having
attack.
more points in Nightmare actually saved the Bane there.
There's the blink dagger on the shaker. Maybe next time. It could be a problem now with that initiation. Gives them the lockdown they need versus Aquita Pain and an anti-mage to potentially burst them.
And he had a quelling bait from the start as well for a shaker. I think it's something interesting you can do with quelling bait is you're always hiding in the trees with a blink. You're stalking your target, and the quelling bait would allow you to get into position to actually get a good ulti off.
Helps you farm a bit faster as well. Which is
Yeah, and as a melee support you can't get to the
and
wards,
dewarding,
right?
yeah.
So it's very useful on a support Earthshaker. I think it's kind of underused as an item on supports. I think it's actually really good.
No, they're going to get a Madara, but now he's behind the tree line. This is actually not an easy kill. Yonasamfan again off the mark. And there's the Blink Fissure to try and turn this around. Stormball's in past where Limp is. The grip almost immediately canceled there on the Bane as Skywrath silenced him. So a series of unfortunate miscues for both teams, but Storm keeps on diving in. Anti-Mage nowhere nearby, and so they can't rely on the Mana Void. It would be huge in this particular fight. Sleep on Jonas some fun. Now he does get recalled in. Mana Void's there, not enough for the kill. Lucy jumping back. Maybe Eric can finish the job. Blink auto attacks, gets him done. He did have the Bloodstone deny, but again, not using it. S224J also taking some mana burn. He does have 2 stick charges, not enough. Echo Slam's available, but Era's too tanky for this, and they keep on chasing. They might bring it down maybe next time as well. No hook shot, but Rocket helps to secure the kill. Era, does he want it? He blinks back the other way. He goes instead onto the Bane, the easier kill, the safer one. And PL off to bottom, opting not to join this particular fight.
Well, after missing the hook shot, it still turned out A-OK for NiP. They still got 2 kills and they didn't lose anyone.
Jonas Some Fun has an egg, or sorry, not Jonas Some Fun. Seal Kid has an eggs now on the Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, he got a gem as well. I think he got it for quite some time. He just didn't notice.
Yeah,
so they're gonna be able to limit a lot of movements from the opponent after they actually take away all the wards. Right now, there's only 1 ward from Golden Boys on the bottom river, and it's actually expiring soon. Bane still has 1 ward unplaced, so they will only have 1 ward giving them vision after this. After the Bane places the last ward. So if Keeper of Light manages to deward that, it's gonna put NiP in such a good position in the vision game.
Going back to the smokes, we had a really long pause. They still don't have a smoke for 4 minutes. This whole time, they've just been waiting for some way to move around the map more freely. Anti-Mage continues his ascent, despite the 1 death top, still at nearly 15k net worth. Way up on top, and they have gone in. They found S224J. It was a hook shot to start it off. He's kept alive, though. Quapple wasn't committed there, and now she goes in, wants to finish the job, didn't actually find him, and Limp tries for the Shadow Strike afterwards, but it's not enough. Well, we'll get the Bane kill in the end, but still, a heavy commitment just for a Bane.
Yeah, and he used a BKB charge as well. They didn't really want to use that much copy.
Yeah, he just wanted to blink in, drop the ult, and just get the kill and run away, but has to commit the 10-second BKB there.
So right now, they still haven't managed to find these 2 wards. They need to move the Keeper of the Light around the map. If they can actually make the deward on this 2, it'll be... Okay, 1 expired, so if they can actually deward this last remaining vision for Golden Boys, it'll be really
Hook shot's
good.
ready. So they want to go on Madara here if they can get the silence off, maybe. Not going to find it.
Oh, top lane. Well, that was close. He managed to manta away when the Bane was casting the grip on him.
He's starting to feel a little more confident. Arrow getting more active on the map. Now picks up the Belt of Giant Strength. Looks like a Basher will be the choice next.
Yeah, you definitely need the Basher though, right now, because the game has moved into a more speed pushing type of game. So AM needs the Basher to be able to get the solo pickoffs when the game has become such a state.
Look at this. They're going to recall him into the pit so they can seek Roche.
Yeah, and he TP to middle, showed his face as well. So the last seen position of the AM is middle lane. And Keeper of Light managed to actually find the D-ward. So, oh, they still have 1 more ward. Okay, Bane actually plays another new ward.
I don't think he dewarded that one. I think it expired, actually.
No, this one he dewarded. This was a new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one that was over here expired.
This one expired, yeah.
Yeah. They're getting bashed for days. Unfortunate. Taking a little bit longer than he would like on the Roche, but dropping low. Limp is going to join him, and the vision control is totally theirs. Will we see a blind blink echo? Probably not going to be enough damage, even if he does go.
There's no sexy bamboo in every game, you know.
This is not as easy of an initiation, and Hanskin's going to go. It throws out the concussive shot. Does force the Bane back. Get the Aegis. Let's be in good position here. 30 minutes in, 16 to 10 the score. Gonna rotate on the bottom lane now. Limp and Eric grouping up. And looks like Golden Boys, they don't want to fight. They're going to split push mid. Time to play
I think
keep play.
that's the best they can do right now. against the Aegis. They just need to wait for the high ground defense and just try to amass as much resources as they can. Storm is quite close to his Orchid. Let's see. But he's not going to be able to use the Orchid to pick the Queen or the AM off though. Both of them have Manta and BKB.
And Clock has a Blade Mail, so you got to be very careful about jumping him too.
It's just most useful against the Keeper of the Light. I think the Keeper of the Light is actually a very big target here because he's wielding the gem and it's nighttime, right? This is your best opportunity to kill the Keeper. In daytime, I think it's quite hard for them with the vision he has. Now it's daytime, so I think if you want to take the gem away from the Kotal, this is your best opening here when it's doing nighttime.
Moving around, really a classic 4 Protect 1 right now, emerging as the Anti-Mage. Just farms all over the map. The Queen of Pain mostly sticks with the team and looks for the pickoffs. But they have that added advantage that you can always recall them in. So if they want to go for a sudden push, it's something in NiP's toolbox. Has completed his Basher now, Era. Probably working towards that Abyssal Blade up to 1,300 gold. Gets aggressive in the enemy woods. And he does start to really exert his influence around the map as all the lanes start pushing in.
Yeah, right now it just turned daytime, so any hopes of catching the Kotal has become a lot slimmer. And right now, maybe NiP can even force a high ground push with the daytime just happening for them. Because Kotal is extremely strong now with the heal. They might be able to, yeah, I think they actually can consider pushing high ground here.
It's daytime for a long time now, just clipped 7 a.m. As the rooster crows, NiP breach the base. Lead with Era. He is enfeebled right now, but as the illusion's assisting him with the siege and looking for an opening here is Handskin. Off in the trees, Sleep comes out, it's on an illusion. Era will just blink away. So he'll go push out the lanes, Witzer. But they've done about 4/5, 5/6 damage to this tower. It's nearly dead. And they force out the glyph.
They managed to place a ward as well. I'm not sure if actually Golden Boys saw the ward. This ward is going to be giving them a lot of intel on the movements of Golden Boys. And right now AM can easily threaten the base because the tower is so low right now at top.
They want to use this recall again, and it's going to bring in Jonas some fun. They need the silence, though. And even then, there is still the purge. Hook's going to come through. Mystic Flare out. How quickly does he purge this off? He doppelgangers to the north. And they keep on chasing. They get the rocket on Madara, and now Blinding laid him back in. The Anti-Mage has also been sucked into the fray, and he'll get the kill. Mana Void available. Got to be careful, Lucy. Oh, this is going to hurt. Yes, sirree. It is.
Oh, that is probably Rex. This is probably Rex. They have the PL down for 1 minute, and this tree, I'm not sure if they can defend. Maybe if they land a perfect vacuum echo, maybe. But
they have no buybacks. That makes it really tough.
Yeah, there's no blink. Oh, Dux is gonna get a blink now, maybe. Then he's gonna do it. Yeah.
This could be the last stand here for Golden Boys in game number 1. It's going to be a tough hold. Azera focuses on the range track, just trying to ensure they get some objective right away. There's the blink, the back as well. Echo to follow it up, but they silence the Earthshaker, and with that, any chance of holding this lane is now down the drain. Although Era slept, Storm has respawned. Still they lose the range, and still the siege continues. Melee being focused. The Aegis still available here. Era, Abyssal on cooldown for some time now, but it doesn't seem like he'll need it. Picks down the racks, and looks like he'll back off. So they get their first big objective, a full lane. And the Storm's momentum completely blunted. 4 Bloodstone charges. He just feels like a ticking time bomb against his own team now.
And if it was a level 4 vacuum, maybe they would have managed to catch the Queen at the edge of the area of effect. But because Darkseer chose to have 2 points in ball at level 11, so he only had 3 points in vacuum back there. Might have been different if they had 4, but they're going to lose one side of Rex at the end of the day. PL is still going to be able to defend it, but it's going to get tough when NiP is going to push again very soon. They're going to want to make use of the daytime as much as possible. There's still a little bit left in the daytime vision the Kotal has. Then it's going to be night.
Now the clock has an Ags as well, so he can afford to go for these hooks. And if they don't pay off, no problem. Another one coming every 12 seconds. As they now work towards the butterfly here on Era. No, he rethinks it. No, he will go towards the butterfly.
Double
Yeah, top lane. They're jumping in the Queen of Pain.
Lucy getting silenced here. Can they bring in the anti-mage in time to turn this fight around? Limp going to work, but he gets gripped. Oh, Era's here. 2 slices of a double damage anti-mage, and down he goes. Lucy deleted. It's time for Madara, says Era. I'm going to clean you up too, my friend. Running through the trees, and they GG. Can he get out? That's the question. Turning back on the Darkseer. Skylark also dead. No escape. No mercy. These ninjas. They've cast aside the pajamas and are now dressing up for a Game 1 win. You're looking good, Winter.
Yeah, I think they played the draft as well as they could. They made individual mistakes here and there. They made some hooks. But I think overall they understood what they needed to do this lane. Pressure the PR, get your AM free farm, and win the Queen's lane. So basically they won, I think they won all the lanes. Even the AM's lane, I think you can consider it a victory. So they managed to just win the lanes and snowball into the later part of the game with a huge advantage just from winning the laning phase. And I just felt Golden Boys, what they had was just a bit too greedy. Maybe they would actually need to pick less greedy if NiP brings in that much aggression. I don't think you can go that greedy against what NiP have.
Couldn't agree more. Well, with that, Winter, NiP lead 1-0. Winner will face Foof Youngs in the grand finals. But before we get there, we have to see who's going to take home this series. Game 2 coming up next. You're watching the Alienware Summer's End Cup. We'll be back in a moment.